Now let us look at this example with a tangent and a transverse tangents at the bottom here. Now the first thing that we'll do, of course, we're going to start with the center line. I'll say 130 is my distance. There's my 130 is my distance, and I'm going to draw the circle which is radius 30 and this is radius 20. So radius 30 and the next one is radius 20. Okay, that's sorted. I will quickly get my center lines in the right places. So I need this vertical center line for now, then I need this vertical center line, so I can quickly extend these center lines, extend them. Now they are in the right positions, and then I must make sure that they are center lines indeed. So there's my center lines. So these are my center lines. Can I quickly shift this a little bit lower, there we are. So remember, I need to copy this, and this is 80 away and 25. So I'm going to quickly copy the skeleton of this, which is 80. This is 80 away, and this is 25 down. So this is radius 15. So this is for me to get this circle here, which is radius 15. So there's my radius. Can I quickly sort out my center lines? There's a center line sorted. So now I need to sort that center line so that it is representing the circle. Okay, done. So I've got this distance AB, which I need to bisect. So the distance AB, when I place my compass on the center line there, open more than half, that should be more than half. Repeat the same thing onto the next circle, more than half. That's done. So now I find the center. So this should be my center. That should be my center. Can I quickly make sure that your circles are removed, but they look more like your arcs? So I'll quickly do that. So I don't want that, and I don't want that, don't want that. So basically there's your simple drawing that what it should look like. So we will then place our compass at the center to the center line of the two circles. Here we're drawing a semicircle. Here we are drawing the semicircle, and there's our semicircle done. That's our semicircle. So this circle is 30, that's 20, so therefore this is the big one. Because we're drawing the tangent of this kind, we then say 30 minus 20, which should give us 10. We will then place our compass on the bigger circle and draw a semicircle, or rather a circle of radius 10. Mind you, our concern is not on this full circle, but we want to make sure that it touches the semicircle. So this radius 10 must touch that semicircle, and that's where the contact is. We will then place our compass, rather our ruler, at the center. Make sure that it touches that intersection so that it is extended to the circumference of this circle. We will then do our sliding method slide to this small circle from the center. So this is our intersection point. This is our intersection point, not the center line. So it means our line must start from this intersection, moving to this intersection. So now we have our line. So we can now draw the line dark. That's dark and that is dark. Obviously the circle must be dark. That is sorted. And now we have transverse tangent. Distance is 80, center to center. So these are the two circles that I'm talking about. So we need to draw a line from that center to that center. It's a construction line. Now we need to bisect this distance. So placing your compass there, open more than half, and then repeating the same process on the opposite circle. Put it there, open more than half, then we get the two circles. This is the bisection, that's where they meet, and that should be where it is. So the bisection has been done between the two circles. We will then place our compass at the center, open to any one of the centers, and it will obviously touch both center lines. We will then decide we're going this way, so this is a semicircle. So we've drawn a semicircle in this case. So since this is a transverse tangent, we will add the radius of the two circles. 30 plus 15, which should give us 45. We will then place our compass on a big circle and do a circle radius of 45. So when this 45 cuts with the semicircle, that should be our point. So we'll place our ruler on the intersection and take it to the center. Now we need to use a sliding method from the center. We'll slide and take it to that center. So this will be our intersection point. So just making sure that we're all clear, there's our intersection point of the circle. But our concern here would be when the circle cuts the semicircle. That is our concern. Now we look at where is our intersection point. That is our contact point. So a line from this corner, or rather from that point of contact to this point of contact, will be our transverse tangent. So this is what this looks like. We are faced with the same situation here. There's a transverse tangent. Small circle, big circle. So this is the situation now. There's two centers. So what we'll do then, join these centers. We'll then bisect this line more than, open your compass more than half. That's not more than half. We'll open our compass to more than half and repeat on the other side. Open your compass more than half. Then we get our midpoint. So this will be the midpoint. On the midpoint, it's where we will draw our semicircle. Place a compass on the midpoint, open to any one of the centers, and then draw a semicircle. Let's presume the semicircle is going this way, so we don't need this side in this case, and I don't need that side. For my semicircle is facing this way. So now remember the radius here is 20 and the radius here is 15. So you're going to add these two radiuses because it's a transverse. 20 plus 15 should give us 35. So we'll draw our 35 circle by placing it on the bigger circle. But our concern again, it's when it touches when this circle touches the semicircle, this is the point of contact, so we don't need this. So from the center it goes and cuts there, so we don't really need the whole thing. So our concern is this point here where your radius 35 cuts the semicircle. That's our concern. So from the center to where the contact is, we will draw a line. This line, which is a construction line, must be taken to the next or to the opposite circle or to the circle by sliding method. Right, let me quickly remove this from our way. So there's the two lines, this line and that line, which we have slided, and the contact points is that point and it is that point there. So we will draw our line from this contact point to that contact point. Now we have our transverse tangent, and the blending is what we need.